Mambo safi sana. Tuko riadha with you, exchanging words of wisdom, wishing you good health, blessings, glad tidings, salutations from this throne of love. More than sports, we visit. We view each other. I view you from this perspective. You can view me from that perspective. With a click, with a subscribe button, you get notifications, we engage, we keep moving towards the World Championship in Tokyo. That's where everything is happening. It's a grand finale this year in track and field. Tomorrow, we are back in Paris. And you know what's happening in Paris, another Diamond League. It's not a Stade, the Olympic Stadium. It's going to be a smaller version of it, where it's going to be hosting another world record in a few days, being orchestrated, scientifically being manipulated and created. And I think Faith Kipyegon is the guinea pig. I've given you my take on that. It's great for sports. It's great for companies. Is it good for Faith Kipyegon? Maybe. Was it good for Eliud Kipchoge? Maybe. But in the larger scheme of things where competition is involved, I have a different take. But that's not why I'm here. I'm here because you are there. And I want to hit a few spots, some check things I want to talk about. Michael Johnson is not going away. GST is not seeing itself going to the sunset this year yet, because there's the good, the bad, and the ugly seems to be clouding the world of sports. This is what I hear from a newspaper, a magazine, a Canadian magazine, is that yes, the finale, the fourth leg of that track slam was canceled in LA a few weeks ago to save some money. According to the organizers led by the CEO, Michael Johnson, they were supposed to be saving about $3 million. The problem with saving is that the athletes and the prizes haven't come through for the athletes who participated. And despite all the promises, going to be a bank breaker for these athletes, it was all said. Apparently, the only amount they've received is in Jamaica, which was about a month or, I don't know, almost 2 months ago. They haven't been paid for Miami, Pennsylvania, and the other places, and Philadelphia. I think that was Philadelphia. Anyway, there's a rumor that could be confirmed by some athletes that they haven't received their prizes, the money they were promised. One of those is my man from Brazil, the hurdler, 400 meters bronze medalist, Alison Dos Santos. When he was asked in Oslo, have you been paid? Well, show me the money, Alison. You must be a rich guy having ran the GST slam series with Michael Johnson. He's a man with the cash. The man responded by saying that, I haven't seen the money yet. He hasn't been paid. Oh my goodness. Wow, that is a fantastic revelation. It doesn't look good when you haven't paid your athletes, and yet you folded the tent and you closed the series. One of the athletes that even was there was Emmanuel Wanyonyi, and in his interview, Emmanuel Wanyonyi from Kenya said he was resigned to the fact that this is what he said, it might come. He's a Kenyan. I get worried when I hear a Kenyan say it might come. If he was in Kenya and he says it might come, it might never come. But I hope he gets paid. Wanyonyi says it might come. Why shouldn't it come? Question mark. He questioned it himself. They have to pay us. That's what Wanyonyi is saying. I'll be patient and wait. Nico Young, the American record holder, 12:45, who won in Oslo, had this to say about the fact that they haven't been paid. I don't know if I'm supposed to say anything about it, we are working on it. Uh, I don't know why I laugh at these things. You know, we are dealing with American organization. If it was Kenya and somebody like Kwanyu says, I don't know, will I be paid? I'm waiting. You know, money disappears in Kenya like some needles in a haystack. It's like you just fought it and you just smelt it and you didn't see it. That's disgusting. I had to say that because I'm trying to laugh and trying to understand why Michael Johnson hasn't paid his athletes. It makes no sense to me. Dos Santos, who won the hurdles, is owed $250,000. He hasn't been paid yet. And one of the things Dos Santos says that in an interview he had in Oslo is that he said the cancellation came as a surprise, and added that he expects the money to arrive later this year alongside the contractual fees. So you remember they signed a contract that they were going to participate in this series, on this Grand Slam series. So there was a fee involved in that because you are committed. So there's a contract. And of course, Michael Johnson doesn't live up to the contract. He cancels the last one with a short notice. So these guys have to figure out how to make more money. So you see people like Allison, he goes to Oslo, he goes to Stockholm. These athletes live by their discipline and how they perform. Either they are performing and they're not getting paid, unless you have even you have a contract with companies that sponsor maybe your outfits and all that. So Michael Johnson leaves a lot of question marks for me. I've already talked about question marks for the whole package that he put out. It was supposed to be a mega breakthrough. It was supposed to be a game changer. For who? Okay, that is GST for you, my friend. They haven't been paid. The last Slam series was canceled. Michael Johnson, there you have it. I'll finish by bringing another conversation to you guys to understand that this world is not as fair as people think. And sometimes when I engage in these conversations, it's not I'm ridiculing anybody. I'm just trying to shed light and interrogate the subjects that matter to athletes and sports in general. If you haven't heard the name Bobby Kersee, he is a coach. He's a legend coach, 71 years old. He's known predominantly in the 90s when he coached his own wife, Jackie Joyner Kersee, his wife, legend heptathlon woman, athlete, a lot of medals, a lot of W's or wins in the Olympics, World Championship. He's a legend coach. I think at the moment he's coaching a few younger athletes like, what's her name, Sydney McLaughlin, Ravron, the hurdler. Bob Kersee is household name when it comes to track and field. He's been around, like I say, he's 71 years old. So he's taken over a little bit of coaching, or most of the coaching right now of Mo Athing, the 800 meter runner. One of the things that you have talked about Mo Athing for me is not her physical abilities, her potential. I mean, she came out in 2021, blockbuster out of University of Texas, won the nationals, broke records, came out, bang, 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 won the Olympics, gold medalist, there you go. And she took that in storm. She was the darling of 800 meters, and she came of age for sure. She was the face of 800 meters in America at that point. And I think when I look at her, she came unchallenged for me. I mean, she was just way ahead of everybody else. And I think with that comes maybe the pressure, the expectations get higher. You know, you win Olympics, you win World Championship, people are expecting you to keep doing it. You are on the limelight. You are the lady up there, and sometimes people are waiting for you to fall down. So Coach Bob Kersee has taken over a career since we saw the last time we saw Mo Athing when she was really at the top of her game is the trials. And then she stumbled in 200 meters in the race, and I've talked about in this channel of mine, she crashes, she goes down, and there was more than we saw. I think I've articulated that in YouTube channel about the fall was not just a fall. There was another damage, a deeper damage that I witnessed just from a distance. I don't think that has been addressed by Bob Kersee. I think what Bob Kersee, for me, what he's done is quite fascinating to me. It's almost a bizarre, it's almost like an orthodox way of explaining himself. He's an old school guy. He's a baseball fan, a Yankee. I'm not a baseball guy. So we've noticed something about Moa Thing, that she's taken what I call an orthodox. It's like strange way of coming back, trying to reignite her fallen career. The last time we saw her, she went through 5,000 meters, 3,000 meters, 1,500 meters in some of these strange events, almost taking like what Bob Kersee tries to explain here. So Bob Kersee, the coach, is trying to speak to the American audience who don't understand track and field. So for him to do that, he had to use a baseball metaphor, which I'll quote here, which I don't understand. I'm not a baseball student or a fan. He says that if I was a baseball coach with a pitcher, is that the guy who throws the ball, if I send them down to the minor leagues to throw a couple of innings to see how their fastball is working and see if their changeup is there and see how their arm feels after 30 pitches or 60 pitches, I won't be criticized. Because coach says that in a very interesting metaphor with baseball. So it's basically the same thing here in track and field, that in coaching and trying to bring back more, I think, in 800 meters, which is a specialty. That's where she's known for. I mean, she's done a decent 1,500. She's a decent 400-meter runner, but we've known her for 800. So Bob Kersee has taken this unorthodox way of trying to reignite or reboot fallen or demise since the trials. I'm an observer, and Bob Kersee might be thinking well. He might be thinking outside the box. He's a legend. He's a great coach. More, I think, for me, is more than as much as Bob Kersee is trying to take us the minor leagues or these small meets in America. I think more, I think, needs to be exposed more to where the intensity and the challenges are. Personally, she shouldn't be here in America running in these small events. They look good for trials, going to America trials in Eugene, but they don't look good when the competition really gets wild and intense, and when she's challenged in the other side of the globe, not challenge of the pond. More, I think, is very fragile mentally. That's my opinion. I've observed this woman. You saw the tears, you saw the emotions when she fell down. She's fragile. Bob Kersee, the coach, talks of her stride. She has long stride. She has to get space so that she can let those long legs find their rhythm on the track, because women in those 800 meters tend to bunch in, and there's no room for error. That's what happened to her last time. How do you do that? Bob Kersee talks about taking her to 5,000 or these other races. Really? You want to take her? She doesn't belong there. For me, you need to expose her more to where she can figure out how to navigate the real world of competition. Maybe he's a brilliant coach. Of course he is. Maybe he has a key to unlock more, I think, comeback. I wish him well. I wish her well. This, to me, watching even the last few races, it doesn't add up yet. Maybe I'll be surprised. But that's what Bob Kersee is saying. And for me, I think it's not about physical. It's not about training. It's about anything else. It's about her mind. She was crushed at the Olympics. She's still scarred. She's still bruised. And she needs to find that mental fortitude. Maybe Bob Kersee is doing that. He didn't talk about that. He talks about baseball and all that stuff. He's just speaking to an American audience. I don't speak that language. But for me, it reminds me of Mary Moraa. I criticized her the other day for running around in America looking like what happened. And then she goes to Stockholm. She doesn't do very bad, but she still looks like she needs to, focus more, find that edge, find that competitive edge, find more races under her belt. That's what Mary Moraa is trying to do. More, I think, should be in Europe. That's my opinion. She should be out there traveling around these diamond leagues, figuring out how she can be a better competitor. You have to compete at a certain level to be good. You can't be hiding in this minor league, as Bob Kersee is saying. More thing needs to get out there, go where things are happening, rub shoulders, be tripped again, maybe even fall again and come back. Hopefully, get out there and win. I mean, people have fallen before. She won't be the first, she won't be the last. I think she's overprotected for me. There's a fragility to her personality and her humanity, and I'm not dismissing that. But she can't be hiding these small meets unless she has other issues that we don't know. So that's just my take. I hope she comes back. I think she's only 23. I think the future is bright. And Bob Kersee is a great coach. Hopefully he brings her back. But I think her mind is where it is for me. All right, that's it. Let's get out of here. What about that? Keep doing it. You know what to do. Just click it and let me know what you think.